What's up, guys? Software Dev Jason here. It's been a couple months since I've actually made a video, and you know, the reasons for that has just been extremely busy, but at the very least I thought today I would give kind of a little bit of an update on the Craigslist tool buy. I'm still not finished dealing with all those tools. Other things have came up and some of that stuff kind of got put on the back burner. I did promise that on the next video I would talk a little bit about how I went about cleaning these tools up. So here we go. Here's how I clean the tools up. For the tools that were generally just dirty, and by dirty I mean tools like this, like these sockets compared to a clean socket. So for a comparison, that's a clean socket. This is one of the after sockets after I've already cleaned them, and this is the before. They almost all looked like this, just really dirty, have some kind of grime on them. It wipes off if you wipe hard enough. You can see it's starting to shine there. But anyway, when you're dealing with you know, 3 5-gallon buckets of sockets, then cleaning that many sockets becomes a problem. What I did to clean these, I tried several different things. For the wrenches, so for the wrenches like these, which they look fantastic. They look brand new. What I did with these is I just soaked them in a bucket, half water and half cleaning solution. And cleaning solution I usually used was Purple Power. I soaked them usually overnight, and then by hand I would pull each individual wrench out of there and I would wipe them down with the Scotch-Brite pad, and that pretty much knocked most of it off. So that's how I went about cleaning those. To clean the actual sockets themselves, I tried several different things. Doing it the same way that I did these wrenches was not possible because that would just take way too long when we're talking about thousands of sockets. So what I did with those is, one method of cleaning them I tried was I took a deep frying basket. So the basket that you would put in an outdoor propane deep fryer. It's perforated. It's got holes about the size of this pegboard here. And it's just a big, maybe 2.5, 3-gallon basket. What I was doing was I was soaking the sockets in like Purple Power or something similar to what I cleaned the wrenches with, and I would let them sit overnight, and then I would take them out by hand, put them in that deep frying basket, and then I would actually just pressure wash the basket. I would just hit everything in the basket with a pressure washer for several minutes, trying to hit all of them. And that knocked most of the grime off, and that was probably the most efficient way that I came up with for cleaning that many sockets at one time. Now, when you're spraying stuff down with water and you're dealing with sockets, and all sockets have little crevices where water will stay in them, you have to come up with some way to get them dry so that they don't start rusting. So what I was doing is, once I would finish pressure washing the sockets, I would take them out of the basket. I would lay them out on a towel, get as much water as I could off of them, and then I would put them into a gallon jug of kerosene. And so the reason for the kerosene was that was about the only easy solution that I could come up with for actually, you know, removing the water. And I found that using the kerosene, it removes the water, and it also leaves a little bit of uncoating on the sockets. It's not optimal because everything smells like kerosene for a couple days, but over time the smell of kerosene kind of goes away, and I didn't have any problems with those sockets rusting even after they had been, you know, pretty much submerged in water. That was the process that was the most efficient for cleaning the sockets. Since then, like I said, I don't want to get my pressure washer out every single day to do this stuff because I just want to do, you know, a handful of them at a time when I have a little time. The other thing I've used is the ultrasonic cleaner. And basically what I do is I take, I don't know, 15, 20 sockets. I put them in a freezer bag full of Purple Power, like this is, and then I put them in my ultrasonic cleaner. Now, this is usually just clear water in here, so I don't have to clean out the ultrasonic cleaner every time I use it. But I think the freezer bags only have about 10 sessions in them before they start leaking or leaching out the cleaning solution, or maybe the Purple Power just eats the bag away. So that's why it looks a little purple. It sit in here overnight and started leaking. But yeah, so I'll use the ultrasonic cleaner, clean 15, 20 sockets at one time. Do the same process. Once they come out of that, I will rinse them off, and then I will put them in some, you know, some kerosene, and then I lay them down over here. I spray them down with some WD-40, and I wipe them off by hand. That has been my main solutions for cleaning this stuff. Now, I got a couple private messages, and I think maybe one comment telling me not to use CLR for anything, and I didn't really have to. There was only a few scenarios where I used CLR. when I actually had some stuff that was rusted. Like I said, most of these things were just really dirty. They weren't that badly rusted. But if something had surface rust on it, and when we're dealing with that many tools, the easiest solution to get that surface rust off was not to scrub them with a Scotch-Brite pad or something like that by hand. It was to sit them in CLR for a couple hours, wipe the surface rust off right after that, and be done with it. That seemed to work fine, and not that I can tell that I've damaged any of those tools from doing that. That's been kind of the process for cleaning the tools. And I can kind of show you what the end result of some of that stuff looks like. This is my metric wrench drawer. I think these are Black Hawk or Gear Wrench ratcheting wrenches. Those go from, let's see what size, 8mm up to 19mm ratcheting wrench set. Here's some 6-point wrenches. There's a little set of 6 points. These are like the hose wrenches. Gas lines on older cars. That's what those wrenches are for. I forget the exact name of them. And there's some little stubbies. I think all of this stuff came from those tools. Here is my my plier drawer. There's wire strippers, dikes, circle clip pliers, snap ring pliers, channel locks, tin snips and stuff like that. That's all in here. Some of the snap-on stuff is mixed in with that. I think maybe 2 or 3 of these pliers were mine. Most of them come from that tool buy. And by the way, this isn't, I have bags of tools that I need to sell or give to someone that I'm never gonna have room for. These are just the ones that I wanted to keep. I have probably this amount of pliers still left that I don't have room for in my toolbox, and I'm never gonna need 20 pairs of needle nose pliers. So yeah, there's my metric wrench set. There's my standard, this is my standard wrenches. This is a full SK set. This came from that toolbox. I have a full metric set, but I'm missing one of them. Somehow it didn't end up in the stuff that I got. I think I'm gonna order the SK one at some point. So I have the full metric SK set as well. Again, some stubbies here and a few ratcheting ones and some 6-point wrenches here as well, because these are all 12-point. This is my bit drawer. These are the ratchet extensions. This is all from, well, okay, 3 of these in here somewhere. I forget which ones were actually mine. The rest of these came from the tools that I got from Craigslist, that one purchase. So that is more extensions than I'll ever need. Actually, I had so many I had to give it its own drawer. There's also adapters in here. So like that's a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch adapter. Screwdrivers, files, cold chisels, adjustables. This is my socket drawer. I'm still trying to fill it out. I think once I go through all of the sockets that I've cleaned, I'll be able to fill out every one of these slots in here. For the most part, it's full. I mean, I have every socket that I'll need. Actually, I'm working on multiple sets of full 6-point set and a full 12-point set of each size. This is 1/4 inch over here, and well, this is metric. This is 1/4 inch metric. This is 3/8 metric. That's 1/2 inch metric, and this is the same way for over here for the standard. There's some little impact ones that came in there. That's a full set of metric 3/8 Craftsman impact sockets. There's some other impact stuff. I have actually 2 more boxes, full sets of impacts that came with those tools. I think those are both 1/2 inch drive, but these were my own. I just don't have the ones from the tool buy in here yet. So this is this is kind of overkill, especially for myself, but I'm not sure what else to do. These are all ratchets. All of these but 3 came from the tool buy, and I'm not even done. Like these things cleaned up really nice. I would say 3/4 of these are Craftsman. No, more than that. Almost all of them are Craftsman. But they've all been taken apart. I took these, every single one of these I took apart completely, cleaned the internals out, greased them with super lube, and put them back together. You can also use engine lube, stuff like this. But I kind of like the way the super lube stuff makes it feel, but you can use something like an engine assembly lube. But I like to stick with this stuff. It makes them feel pretty nice. So yeah, that's the ratchet drawer. Like I said, I'm still cleaning up stuff. I guess the only thing that I've really completed is the sockets and the wrenches and the ratchets. And like I said, I'm not even done with those. But this is the bag that I take to the track, the motocross track. So it has its own full set of metric stuff in there that I keep out of the toolbox. Here's the pry bars that came from that. One of those is a Snap-on pry bar. Forget which one. It's really dirty, I think. Is it that one? I can't remember. I don't know, one of them's a Snap-on pry bar. Pens and pencils, tire pressure gauges. Here's another set of Craftsman USA made. This is standards. Goes from a 1/4 inch up to 15/16. And there's a set of DeWalt wrenches. Again, here is a set of metric USA made Craftsman wrenches. It's another full set there. I think these are Gear Wrench brand ratcheting wrenches. A set of stubby ones and another set of DeWalt metric wrenches. There's some really large ones that I didn't want to put with my other sets. I think this goes up to 1 1/4 inch, or maybe even larger. That one looks even larger. But some large wrenches that I may need at some point. Vice grips, 20 different adjustables, some other pliers that I probably won't need. Here are some like hex bits or Allen bits. I use these a lot, actually. Here's the next set of ratchets that I'm going to be working on. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more ratchets right there that when I get a chance, I'll start taking them apart and cleaning them up. Just to give you an idea of what some of the spares that I'm going to have to sell look like. I mean, I think they look pretty nice. This is a set of Craftsman USA made. This is metric stuff. This whole bag is metric stuff, and it's spares. I don't need that many sets. I mean, I'm not sure how the best way to go about selling stuff like this. I've got them all put together, and I've decided these are not ones that I need, since I already have a full set for myself and a full spare set for myself of metric and standard. I don't know how to go about getting rid of these. So if you have any ideas of how to sell this stuff, I'd be really interested in hearing it, and especially kind of what you think the pricing on these are. This is still the USA made stuff. I think these are mostly from the 90s, I think. Thinking maybe eBay's the best way to go about doing this. But I hate dealing with eBay because people, this is just a metric bag of Craftsman wrenches. This is just Craftsman metric stuff. I have another bag that looks like that, which is just standard Craftsman wrenches, and then I have off-brand stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you do have any tips on getting rid of the spare stuff that I have, or I mean, what do you do with a 5-gallon bucket of sockets? I mean, seriously, what do you do with that? I don't have the time to go through it and put together sets. I mean, that's just insane. Most of that is Craftsman. That's SK. But yeah, all 3 of those I just grabbed are Craftsman. But yeah, if you got any tips for effectively, selling that stuff that doesn't take a lot of time and that I can make some of my money back, let me know, and I'll give it a shot. But thanks for watching, guys, and I hope I can post some more videos more often to kind of keep you guys up to date on some of this stuff that I'm doing. So thanks for watching.